Happy March, you guys. I am so excited for this month. Hoping it goes better than February. Not that February was bad. It was just really chaotic for me. Super, super like busy and like falling behind on my reading schedule, which does happen for me, but typically I'm able to stick to it and like get ahead. And by the end, I was able to get ahead, but I was a hot mess this month reading. And like, even with homeschool, like, we stayed on track, but like a lot of the books were like long and like just different from how I thought I designed it, but it worked out. Because when you're reading and it's not like picture books, sometimes it's a lot, and I have to like try to keep my daughter's attention, try to keep my attention as well with all these like social medias. I've noticed, I don't know about y'all, but I've noticed my attention span has went down so much. It's like ridiculous. But I'm trying to get it together, and that is another reason I started back reading, to try and like expand that, get my life together. So this month, I believe March is Women's History Month, so that's going to reflect in the books that we're reading. We're also reading quite a bit about like the Haitian Revolution and the women that were a part of that, and so I'm super, super excited about that type of stuff. One thing that my daughter did want to learn about this year was about France, so in doing so, I wanted to add in magic. And I told her we're going to learn about France, but we're also going to learn about Louisiana, and we're going to learn about Louisiana voodoo. Just like in a general sense, because we're not initiated or anything like that, to know like the gist of it, but like the full details, I guess I should say, of that. And then we're also going to learn about Haiti, which has Haitian voodoo. And so that's where I'm adding my magic in for that. And I'm excited to get to that for her and for myself too. Like, I know a little bit, but not, of course, I can't know everything because again, I'm not initiated, and all I can do is know like the skeleton outline, which is what I'm going to show her as well. So first up for our morning read, we have Sister Mother Warrior, and this book is about the Haitian Revolution based on the true life stories of two extraordinary women. The first Empress of Haiti, Marie Claire Bonheur. I don't know how to pronounce that, y'all, but just stick with me. And Grand Toya, a West African born warrior who helped lead the rebellion that freed the enslaved people of Haiti. So I'm hoping this one is really, really good. I had got it from Dollar Tree. We decided to do this stuff first, and then I found this at Dollar Tree like probably a few weeks after we decided, and I was like, heck yeah, like confirmation right there that this is what we need to be doing. So that is our morning read. And then for, I'm like all over the place, y'all. So for history, we're going to also read this one. It's called The Valiant Women, the Haitian Revolution, and it goes over women and their role within the Haitian Revolution. And I'm excited to learn. Like, as much as I'm like doing stuff for her to learn, I'm doing it for me to learn as well. I love learning. I love like history in a general type sense. Like, I don't like memorizing like all the dates and like all that, but I just like knowing like the patterns and all those things that happen. And then we have this one, which is Shiro's of the Haitian Revolution, and it's kind of like the same thing. I think it's just like a quicker story about a lot of the same women, but I don't mind again going over it because I think repetition helps you learn. I don't expect my daughter to remember every single thing that we touch or look at or see, but hearing it more than once, then it kind of sticks out for you to remember those important parts. So those will be some of the like history books that we're learning this month. And then as always, on top of like, we touch the required history, and then I go above that so that we can learn our history as well. Okay. And then for science, we're going to be doing some gardening. Same thing, we touch the regular science history, or I use that program, I don't want to say, and help it like tie into whatever I'm trying to learn. Because if you look at like the standards and stuff, it doesn't specifically say like if you pull up the science standard, it'll give you something in general, and you can kind of tie that into real everyday life for you to teach on that type of level. Like, you just kind of like, let me see, like for this month we read like a goddess book about like the early goddesses and stuff like that. And then it went over like different science standards. Like it said energy storage and release. And then it says, where in the book do you see energy is being used up? So then we would like find that and talk about it. And that kind of gives it you a way to push that into everyday life. And that would actually, a lot of this would actually also tie into us doing science, and we're doing gardening. I want to plant things. I want to touch the earth. I want to get outside. I want to go look at bugs. And that seems like really, really childish. My daughter's 8th grade, but we can make it age appropriate. And that just like gets her to be like hands-on and not so boring. Cause a lot of times we do worksheets. I'm so bad at getting out of the house. Like I just am. Well, not out of the house, but like for school. So I wanted to do some things with that for her. She does not like these kind of books because they're like little kid books, but I like them, and I love it's a hoodoo story, so that ties in our magic right there. And then we have Joy Takes Root, and then it's kind of along the same thing. I have not read those yet, but I will be reading them with her. And here's another one that I just ordered. I did read this by myself. She doesn't want to read it, y'all, but I feel like I might make her read it. I don't know. I might add this one. It's so freaking pretty. It just came out in January. And the picture and the story are cute. She just feels like, oh, this is for little kids, and I don't like it. But I always try to tell her like those set of foundations so that we can like peek into things and decide like, do we want to expand on this instead of reading like a big thick book and then you know, later deciding or whatever. So that's what we have for those subjects that we're going to be reading with books. And then I'm also adding the complete gods and goddesses of ancient Egypt. So most of those like small books are like a 1-day read, so it'll go by really quick, and then we just like discuss and you know, fill in the gaps and stuff. And then we'll also use this, which we're just going to read like the whole month because it is kind of like a thicker, not super thick, but a thicker book. It has a lot of pictures and stuff like that, so it'll work out. And she has a copy as well, so it will work out perfectly for us. And then we're going to be reading Circe, which I've heard a lot of good things about. I hope it's good. I'm not too much into, I think this is Greek mythology. I don't know too much about like Greek mythology other than some of the deities are like close to Egyptian kind of thing because of history, but we'll see what's going on with that. And then the last thing is we do have spring break like right at the end of March, beginning of April type thing, and we're going to be doing a spring break read. It's until Friday night. I'm also wanting to add in another book. I don't know where it is. Let me see if I can find it. All right, so I found it. It's this one, Every Last Word. I did find this at my, like, ironically, I found it at my, what was like an out of town Friends of the Library. I think it was like $1 or something, I want to say. But I had ordered some and I just grabbed it and I was like, okay, I'll just have like an extra copy. I could maybe donate to someone or have my husband read it because I plan to do for the book club to give these out for this month. And then hopefully, like I said, we can read it. I can read this with both my daughters. I think both of them are to read that with me. And then this one I'm going to be doing with my younger daughter. And we're going to be like doing nothing on spring break. I'm pretty sure like maybe we might go to the beach or something, but nothing major. And so we have time to read the 2 books a day or whatnot. It'll work out. If not, I don't know when I'm gonna read Every Last Word, and I really, really want to read this like ASAP with my girls because it's supposed to be pretty good. Let me think. What else? What else? I have my chair like scooting super far back now. Is that everything? Okay, so I think like that's all the like school stuff or whatever, and then we'll get into my personal reads. So again, because it's Women's History Month, I hope I'm not wrong, y'all. In my mind, it's Women's History Month. So I'm gonna read When Women Ruled the World because my goal this year was to read like 2 ancient Egyptian books a month and then one just like whatever I feel like reading type of book this month. Spoiler alert, I'm reading 3 Egyptian books this month because next month is April and it's my birthday and I wanted to just read whatever I wanted to read. And the last few like remaining Egyptian books that I have are just like I'm gonna read them because I have them type thing. So I'm not super excited about them and I wanted to read stuff that I was super excited about. So I will be making, of course, a video about that when the time comes. But for right now, I'm reading When Women Ruled the World. Lord, I should pronounce my words. I'm such a lazy talker. But yeah, so I'm excited about this and to get into the business and see how like they say it was, because I know it had to be better than what we're going through right now. I'll tell you that much. And then this other one is What Life Was Like on the Banks of the Nile. And this is, I know this is going to be like a super easy book. I had another book that I was throwing in here just in case if I finished like early with my reading. And I read that one this month because I got done early and I was able to, and I was like, okay, I have like 3 days and then I could still take like a break before the first. And I finished the book within 2 days, so I'm getting an extra break, y'all. So I'm excited because it was just a small book. But I might throw another book in here, but I don't know, just because I'm also reading this one. And this one, I don't know, it's like kind of, it's not, in reality, it's not super long, nothing that I can't handle. I've done like big books. It's almost 400 pages. I've done big books like in the past, but then it's like all I can do is like read. I'm not a fast reader, y'all. I read a lot, but I'm definitely not a fast reader. And so it does take me time to get through books, and I have to take a lot of like I call brain breaks because that attention span is not, it's not there, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, it's not there. But anyhow, so I'm gonna read this one. I'm giving myself, I think, 14 days to get through this one in particular because I'm just like, I feel like it's gonna take a lot of brain power for me to do that. I don't know why, but in my mind. So I give myself 14 days, and then the other two, I cannot think of how I really did it, but I know that one was 14. And then this one, I think it was, maybe it was 7. So 14, 7, and then 7, or I might have did like a few more days than 7, but I'm thinking 7 because this isn't like horrible. Anyway, so I should have it all done by the end of the month. This one is like 300, it's less than 350 pages. So I'm pretty sure that it will go by pretty quick. And then this one, I'm pretty sure I could probably do it in like a few days or whatever, because it's not really that thick. And then there's just like a lot of pictures with it. So I'm pretty sure it'll go by really fast. But yeah, so that is my reading goal for the month of March for both homeschool and my personal reads. My brain is everywhere, y'all, that attention span. And we did have our first book club. I can't remember if I did a video on that, but it was so freaking exciting. We loved it. Like, everyone was so excited about it. And then we're having book club number 2 for Ostara, and I will do a video on that, and I'm excited about that too, and just looking forward to all the little things that we get to do. This video got pretty long, but I hope you guys stuck in there with me. And if you did, and you have read any of these books or would be interested in reading them or have questions, comments, whatever about the book, please write below. I love talking to people. Yeah. So until the next one, have a good one.